Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Bud Palmer at the Carlsbad Skate Park, located some 30 miles north of San Diego. ABC's Wide World of Sports is here to cover the World Skateboard Championship. Now, you might recall this sport was extremely popular in the 1965, 66, and then just completely died. However, here in California and all over the country, there's been a tremendous resurgence for two specific reasons. One is new equipment, and the other is safety standards. Also, a great amount of professionalism has come into the sport. In fact, almost anything is possible on a skateboard.
Newly designed skateboard parks permit bull riding, upside down or right side up. And of course, there's barrel jumping. Hey, how many 360s can you do? How about catamaraning right out of the bowl? Hey, that's fun. Let's try it again. And how about a micro engine to carry you up the hill?
Our expert this afternoon has been skateboarding for almost 20 years. He comes from San Diego, California. It's Denis Shufeldt, who unofficially holds the world speed record of 58.7 miles an hour. And Denis, will you please stop that? Come on over here. Earlier I mentioned that the two most important factors in the resurgence of skateboarding is safety and the equipment. First, let's talk about the equipment. Now, here's the board you came pirouetting in on, as compared to an old board which must be, what, 15 years old,
right,
10, 15?
Good 15 years old.
Okay, what's the difference? It's fairly obvious right there.
Well, right, we have more stability and control due to the fact that now we're using a urethane compound for the wheels, which absorbs imperfections of the concrete and asphalt, which the old roller rink wheel never before did at all. When you used to hit a little rock or a pebble with the old clay compound wheel, you stop dead and go flying off, and you ended up what we call street pizzas.
Uh-huh. What about the trucking assembly? It's right here.
The suspension and turning assembly, which we call in skateboarding a truck assembly, has a greater turning ease than ever before.
Oh, yeah, you can't do that with it. Well, this is awfully hard to do that with.
Right. This truck assembly was designed for roller skating. This truck assembly is designed for skateboarding. So that's the difference. We've got finally equipment that is designed specifically for our own particular sport.
Okay, now what about the safety factor?
Well, the safety factors, number one, is due to the skateboarder's attitude today.
Now, what do you mean by that exactly?
Well, the skateboarders are finally staying out of the streets, skating in competitive events and skating in parks as we have here today. And also they're wearing gloves, elbow pads, knee pads, and helmets in competition so that they have more protection, and they can also help promote the sport as a safe sport and also enjoy themselves more by having more confidence while they ride.
I was surprised to see at the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission on the rating of sports, 25th was skateboarding, one of the safest sports.
Right.
And even old veterans like you, 26 years old, could still enjoy it.
That's right.
We're getting ready for the finals of the slalom event for men and women. This is the men's course, and boy, it looks tough, Denis.
It is, Bud. I set up the course a little earlier today.
Yeah, the competitors will love you for that. Now, here's some action from the earlier rounds. They start with a Christmas tree, which is similar to drag racing, plus an audio horn which you hear. An electric eye starts the clock. It's head-to-head competition like professional ski racing. You race once on each course, and the competitor with the fastest time for the two races advances to the next round.
As you can see, Bud, the skater's arms, knees, and ankles must all really work together well to get down that course fast.
The coordination is quite similar to that of ski racing, I think.
It does have some similarities, Bud.
Now, if you knock down to 3 cones, you're disqualified for that run, and 7/10 of a second is added to your total time for the 2 runs.
The racers really have to drive their upper body down through that course to make themselves go faster. The object's also to drive yourself forward to break that light beam first across that finish line.
And it also cuts down wind resistance.
It's just like the stance of a surfer.
Back for the men's finals in just a moment. I'm at the top of the course for the men's slalom. Slalom finalist Henry Hester getting ready here. And Henry, this is 8-second course. What do you concentrate on?
Well, the thing that just about everyone's concentrating on is the start here. The start is real touchy. If you go through those lights too soon, you're going to get a red light, just like in the drag.
And, of course, you made it to the finals yourself when your opponent, John Hutson, nearest to the camera, started too soon and received a red light, as in the drags, giving him 7/10 of a second penalty. Look at his board right there. So you really have to be very careful at the start.
Careful on the start, and you get 2 free cones that you can knock over, obviously, and you can. It's hard to take 2 cones and then hope you aren't going to hit another one, you know.
Right.
But it's to your advantage to hit 2 cones.
Good luck to you.
Okay.
I'll move over to the other finalists. The other finalist, Tony Alva, took a spill in the semifinals. You okay?
Yeah.
What happened to the bottom?
At the bottom, I just dove for the finish line as hard as I could and just rolled over the finish line. Doesn't matter as long as you get over the finish line before the other guy does, get a better time.
Listen, in this course, which is only 8 seconds long, how much of it is mental, do you think?
All of it. You have to be looking ahead on the course the whole way. Because over 2 cones and you're just out of it, you lose. The only reason I beat Piercy is because he DQ'd on the first run. He had to beat me by 7/10 of a second, and all I had to do was just make sure that he didn't beat me by 7/10 of a second on the second run, and he didn't, so I advanced.
And you still dove for the finish line. Good luck in the finals.
All right, thank you.
And we're getting all set now for the first of the final races. Remember, it's head-to-head competition. The fastest time for the 2 will be the winner. There they are. That is Henry Hester nearest to the camera. Tony Alva with the white helmet on. There's Tony. There's the audio beep. And Tony Alva's off to a very fast start. He's way out ahead of Henry Hester.
Henry's really coming on strong now here, though, Bud.
Oh, and down goes Henry Hester. Tony Alva wins the first race, and that is 7/10 of a second penalty to Henry Hester.
This is something that you very rarely see when the top slalom racer's going down.